What's up, everybody? Byron here from ETA, and if I seem a little ecstatic right now, it's because I am. I have the brand new Smith & Wesson Shield X in my hand. I managed to get this 24 hours before it was live. So, not the earliest lead time in the world. This was not sent to me. I purchased this with my own money. I, so far, really enjoy this gun. I'm going to run about 400 to 500 rounds to this gun today. We're going to see how it does for reliability and accuracy. I'm going to do my best to get shooting footage of this gun today. I shoot at public ranges. I don't have a private range, so if you're in Huntsville and you have a private range that you don't mind me filming at, reach out to me. We'll work something out. I'm going to show you right now. This is my everyday carry gun, which is a Shield Plus. Now this is the 4-inch carry comp performance center. It's a big mouthful. Shield Plus performance center carry comp. This is a phenomenal gun. I love it. There's a reason that I take this thing with me almost everywhere I go. It's just about an inch thick. I carry it with the 13 round magazines because I like the little bit of extra grip that it gets. But there's always been a complaint with the Shield Plus. You see that gap right there? That gap comes from these magazine spacers, which ensure that you don't just have a magazine hanging out in the void and you've actually got something to wrap your hand around. So why am I so happy with the X? What is the biggest difference for me as a guy with big freaking hands? I'm not going to pinch my hands when I reload the X. That has more of a full grip. It has a 3.6-inch barrel, essentially the same barrel, because remember there's a 1/2 inch of compensator on this 4-inch barrel. So they're essentially both a 3.6-inch barreled firearm. Comes with the same excellent Ameriglow front sight, blacked out rear, the same width dimensions, although it feels slightly better here than here, which is a little bit more tapered. Now, I've praised the texturing on this firearm. I love it. I do not enjoy shooting this gun with 10 round magazines because I end up holding it like that. So I typically will carry it with a pair of 13 round magazines. This has a 13 round magazine flush fit. The texturing is more aggressive than it is on this pistol, but it's not so aggressive that it's going to destroy your clothing when you're concealed carrying it. There is an extended beaver tail right here. So I want you to see how this fits in my hand. Okay? Now we're going to take the Shield Plus, and I'll show you how that sits in my hand. You can see right here how far back it comes. That just sits a little nicer in your hand when you're shooting. Trigger. This has a just under 4-pound trigger. It's like a 3.9. This has the same trigger that this has. We're clear. I was going to show you. There's the pull. There's a reset. So it has a fairly short reset. It's a longer reset than the Mada, but not by much. And this has an average trigger pull weight of 3.5 pounds. I say average because I had a couple that were up around 3.8 and I had a couple that were down around 3.2. But it is a very consistent trigger. So, do I feel the improvements in this pistol are worth it over this? Well, yes and no. This compensator works phenomenally well. There are some reviewers that are simply slow firing their Shield Plus carry comps, and they tell you that I don't think the compensator is doing anything. The compensator is generally not going to do a whole lot until you start rapid firing, and that's when you're really going to notice it. I can tell you that I can run 13 rounds through this pistol and achieve a 2-inch group at 25 yards with iron sights, let alone with the Optic. Okay, I have a 507 on it. I don't know that I actually intend to put an Optic on this pistol right now. I may not. If you do, one of the things that I absolutely love about Smith & Wesson pistols is you have this little guy right here. Hopefully that will come out on video. And that's called your clear sight channel. So what that does is it directs gas forward and out as the cartridge is fired and it's under recoil, so that you don't carbon out your glass. And in fact, the Shield Plus has this as well on the Performance Center carry comp. And I almost never have to clean my Optic. And I carry this thing pretty much everywhere. So, I like this frame a lot more than I like this. Let me show you something really cool, because there's somebody out there that's going to ask this question. And I've already done this. It's a little stiff because I haven't shot this yet. Comes apart just as you would take apart any Shield Plus in their series, and in fact most of their M&Ps as well. X-frame, carry comp slide, look at that. So now I've got the shield of my dreams. I have the frame that fits me better. I'm not pinching myself on reload. Same sights on both slides. Now I've got the compensator. A lot of people have tripped out. Yes, this does in fact have a light rail. So yes, you can now, due to the squared off trigger guard and this Picatinny rail, mount a light on your Shield Plus. I don't care. I don't carry with a light on my everyday carry gun because I want a slick package. I want to keep the minimum number of stuff hanging out so that if I have to pull this, I have a smooth, reliable, repeatable experience. Okay? That's just me. Now, out of curiosity and for science, I'm going to shoot this slide on the X-frame today, and I'm going to try to get some footage of it. But I can tell you right now, this thing feels amazing. And when they release the X carry comp, I'm probably going to buy one. But in case you own a carry comp and maybe you have the same size issues that I have with it, maybe, perhaps, it would be worth the upgrade. This slide lock is aggressive on this pistol, and that is not a bad thing, in my opinion, because the slide lock on the Shield Plus has always been kind of notoriously fickle. I find many times when I'm firing the gun in particular that I cannot achieve a slide lock, and that is not a fault of the gun, that is a fault of my grip. I don't have that issue with this. Go ahead and slap it back together. Okay, so when I'm shooting here, my thumb is not on the slide lock as it is on the Shield Plus. Do that what you will. Again, I have like really big hands. So it's just a little bit longer. It has much improved texturing. You can absolutely fire this if you're wearing gloves. So if you're in a cold area, you have a very, very amenable handgun. This particular model does have the thumb safety. From what I saw, the models without the thumb safety sell for $35 more MSRP than the model with the thumb safety. So here's what I'm going to tell you about the way they designed the thumb safety on the Shield Plus and the Shield X. Turn it off. It'll never activate randomly. This thing is stiff enough that you're not going to randomly activate it. If you are a thumb safety guy, I just want to show you this. You can draw and break it without disturbing your grip. So it is a very well designed, very minimalist thumb safety, but it is there if you want it. It doesn't really matter to me because I would use it as this way without the thumb safety. That's just me. But perhaps if I was putting it up on my nightstand, it'd be nice to have that extra layer of security. I don't know. You guys do you at the end of the day, and I will do me. This is just my initial impressions. Now, it is cut for a 407, 507, RMSC footprint optic. I haven't decided if I'm going to mount an optic on it or not. I do want to dispel one rumor, though. I see this time and time again in the Smith & Wesson forums where people say, I love the Shield Plus, but why do I have to buy taller sights to get a co-witness with my optic? This gun creates a perfect lower third witness with a 507K on it, okay? These are the same height sights. So you put an RMSC size optic on it, which if I do put an optic on this, I'm going to mount one of the very excellent O-Sight SEs onto this. I like them a lot, and they're an enclosed emitter. Pretty low maintenance, very accurate sight, and it absolutely does everything that I want it to do. I might go with an O-Sight S on it, I don't really know. Anyway, this is just my initial unbox and impressions of the Shield X. I'm going to follow this back up when I get home later today because I'm going to run about 400 to 500 rounds through it, perhaps. I might run a little more. I don't really know yet. I've got... Oh, let's give you a quick comparison to the Mada Slim. Pistol's clear. Let me just set that out of camera right now. This is one of my all-time favorite carry guns recently. As you can see, barrel length is the same. Same overall frame profile. This is 1.2 inches, whereas this is 1 inch. Both striker fired, both sub 4 pound triggers. Both have excellent sights that co-witness. Both are RMSC optics cut. This is a modular frame, so you can take the fire control mechanism out and put it into a Mischief Machine 1911 frame if that happens to be your thing. This is just a little bit fatter. This is a little bit more skinny. Svelte, I believe is the word. Overall, the sights come up on target every time. Iron sights come up on target every time. Carrying this gun every day for the last 2 months almost has really kind of been nice because it's got a ½ an inch shorter on the carry comp. Although to be fair, I carry the carry comp whenever I go somewhere. This is I'll grab it and carry it with me. But the carry comp is a gun that I take when I go do serious work, serious business. And I'm not saying that this is not a serious pistol. You pick this thing up and you know it's serious. You pick this thing up and you know this is a serious gun. This is not just a fun gun. This is a self-defense handgun that has been designed by people who really know what they're doing and really know what they want. They have listened to the customers. They've improved the texture remarkably. They've improved the sighting. This is a flat plane sighting system now, as opposed to, well, this was their first pistol with a flat plane sighting. Some of the previous models of Shield, you have to have an adapter plate, and there was a run of these Shields that actually had an issue with this being machined properly into spec. So this has corrected all of those. It does still use a polymer plate, and in case you're curious and you're buying one of these, it takes a 632 thread. Okay? Again, I don't know that I'm going to put an optic on it. I may not. I'll tell you that this is, I'm going to give it the little rattle test. This is a very tight gun. This is a very tight gun. I've got over 4,000 rounds through this gun right here in my hand. And it is a very tight gun. And these are the two that I'm going to be shooting at the range today, side by side, because they're both non-compensated. They're both 3.6 inch guns. They're both 13 rounds, flush fit magazines. And they're both phenomenal pistols. If this shoots anything like this, this is a great all-day carry, everyday carry, in all situations, and you have a gun that you can employ very effectively in a gunfight, should you need to. I would hope that that never happens to you, but you could even take longer shots with this pistol, should you choose to. You can with this as well. But if I were brand new on the market today and I was looking for my very first firearm, these would be my top 2 recommendations right here. Out of the box awesomeness. I've done nothing to this other than add a little bit of Talon grip and an optic. I'm probably going to add an optic, I'll be honest. I'm probably going to add an optic at this at some point. The downside to this is there are no holsters currently right now on the market. There's a limited selection of holsters on the market for this. There's hella holsters on the market for this. And a bunch on the market for this. I just tell you that so that you can go into this knowing that you're getting into something that's brand new. The nice thing about the Shields is that they tend to have really good aftermarket support, and what that means is I'm very confident that Tennecore is going to release a Shield X holster very soon, and I will begin carrying this in a Certum 3, which is my absolute favorite overall holster for pistols like this. I wish Tennecore would make one for the CR920XP. I really wish they'd make one for the Mada, and then I would just run Tennecore Certum 3 across the board. Black Arch hopefully should be releasing a Protos for this pistol as well, and that would be quite swell. In the interim, if you're looking for something right out of the gate, there's always Vetter holsters. You guys can watch my review on Vetter, see how I feel about them. And there's Muddy River Tactical, who should be coming out with a holster for this gun very, very soon. Muddy River is fantastic, especially for the money. So, this is my initial impressions. Shield X. I'm going to get out on the range. Hopefully, I'm going to get this thing on YouTube soon, because there's only like 2 or 3 videos about this pistol right now that are out there. So, this may be the first time for my channel that I get a chance to. I don't know that I'll be able to swim with the big boys, but at least we'll be releasing our videos around the same time. Love y'all. Mahalos. Have a great day.